Hello, I'm Markus from 3D Art Lab and this is my son Ryu and I want to show you into the orbit right now. If you're ever dreaming about building your own rocket company, launching your rockets and develop them to bring higher payloads into space, this is your game. It's for the entire family, or you can play with your friends with 2, 3 or 4 players, and all is about building and developing and launching rockets. How it works. I make some very quick introduction to show you, just here for the Kickstarter introduction video. Every player have some missile pod and components he have already discovered he can buy and build the rocket with. At the start we have 10 credits. For example, I built some missile using this engine part, this cargo part for cost of 2, and another part to land my rocket again, and a rocket cone. Oh, and I forget I need another engine part so I can come into the low Earth orbit. Okay, this is already my little missile and I pay 10 credits for it. And my son can build the same. At the beginning you have no different components, but we can develop it soon. Okay. The first step after building your rocket, and now we've spent all credits, is rolling the dice for the weather conditions. Here we got a blue 4 for the weather or storm conditions and a orange 3 for the space debris conditions. Do you want to start?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to start. Okay, I want to start too. So both decided to start to launch the rocket. Generally it's every time the same. First you launch for the first step of the missile. That's with number 5 at the moment. I have to roll 2 dice and if I roll 2 less, 4 at this example, my missile explodes. The engine fails completely and get broken. Okay, my missile is lost. Okay. Now, Rio, roll the dice for the first step. Okay, that's 8, it's worked. Okay, the space is now starting going right into the space and you have to roll a dice for the weather. This is 1 dice, and if you have some fin attached to the rocket, that helps to prevent getting out of the way during flight, and he have a 6. That's very good. Okay, he's straight ahead, and the number 3, I have to roll a dice again. This is for space debris. The rocket head offers protection, a 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. That's not enough. We have 3 space debris, so some space debris impact the rocket and it's exploding. Okay, let's do like, you have some insurance. We have some insurance dice you can buy for 5 credits that allows re-rolling. Okay, you pay the insurance and re-roll your dice. Okay, be careful. A 6, okay, he made it. Okay, now he left the atmosphere and have to roll a dice for the second engine. Roll the dice, Rio. And this decides if, okay, that's enough, 11. 5 would be already enough. So he lifts, after the first engine started, the second engine bring it in the lower Earth orbit. In this game we have the lower, the medium and the higher Earth orbit. And depending on the height you get different kind of money back for transporting satellites into space. He has 1 cargo spot, so after he lands he get the money for bringing 1 satellite into low Earth orbit. But landing is the next word. You have to use the landing system here, roll 2 dice, to see if the rocket landing after deploying the satellites, and it worked 9. So his missile is landing again, everything's fine, and he get 1 credit for the satellite he bring into space, and 2 credits is standard for a successfully spaceflight with deployed satellites in the right height. Okay. That basically was everything. He get also 3 credits as the base financing. I get the same 3 credits, and if you entirely lost your rocket you get 8 credits back, so a little bit it's a help to build it up a little bit quicker again. Okay, and yeah, that's generally the game. Every time you have to check the weather conditions and you have to find out if you want to risk it or not. Maybe buying some very good blades to stabilize the rocket, and then this player can start even if it's a very strong storm and the other players have to wait. Or you say, okay, now I want to have a bigger cargo section, for example, this with 3 spaces, and building a rocket with 3 cargo sections instead. But as you can see, your landing platform, the tower is too small in this case, so you have to build an extension, costing some money, and then it's allowed to build rockets with that height. But if this rocket explodes during start, your launch pad is stable, it cannot be destroyed ever, but the extension gets destroyed because the rocket exploded during the start if you have very bad luck. But you can buy a tank base, and then even if the rocket explodes after start, you can roll away and you can keep your extensions of the tower. And every component have a price you have to pay to build, and the triple of the price you have to pay to discover it. And there are different tires, for example engines with a bigger safety to use, but they're even longer. Or you take the smaller versions, this is here for example, they have maybe the same or better safety, but costs a lot of credits. So you have to decide in what kind of items you spend your credits and how much you want to risk. And at the end you deploy satellite parts. This is this neon green parts here. And if you deploy enough into the high Earth orbit, then you win the game. That's general Into the Orbit, and I guess later on we make some more introduction and tutorial videos. Thank you.